Thank you. Senator Ruane.
Thank you, Cathaoirleach. I'll keep it short because I think obviously it's important to move through the legislation. My and Senator Black's amendment is much the same, seeking to do the same thing in relation to out-of-hours emergency barring orders. I became aware yesterday, which I raised on the order of business, that there's only 10 women's refuge beds available. Rathmines is closed, Hallett is struggling to get some, and I just think that without women being able to be protected in their own homes, especially since they don't have, if they don't have family that they can go to on a certain night, or if they can't flee their home and actually seek refuge anywhere in the small number of beds that we have, to actually have access to an emergency barring order which ensure that they can remain in their home, safe in their home, within the refuge of their own home, and not having to actually leave the house in the middle of the night because they can't access. So it's a really simple amendment, and the wording is just that on request from a Garda attending a domestic violence incident, a Garda of appropriate rank can authorise communicating with an on-call judge to apply for an out-of-hours barring order. So it's straightforward and simple, and I think myself and Senator Black will be pushing this amendment. Thank you. For your reply, I think the reason why out-of-hours calls are so rare is because they don't happen and there's nobody actually there at the other end of the phone in terms of actually taking a call. I think time is of the essence when it comes to somebody seeking an emergency barring order. I think even to wait till the next morning or to wait till Monday, I think it's unacceptable. And even in the most extreme cases where it will cost lives, if this is the first time where a woman reaches out for help and it's 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning, and she reaches out and she's never done it before, it only takes a day or two of waiting for court proceedings for that person to manipulate and coerce that woman out of acting what she would have done in that moment at 3 or 4 in the morning when her life was at threat. So even waiting till the next day or waiting for a judge to decide whether there should be an extra sitting, I don't think it's good enough. I don't think it's strong enough. And this amendment requires that the guard of the appropriate rank can authorise the calling of an on-call judge. So it's about that communication, not actually waiting to make an application and having to wait for a court proceeding. But it's that emergency is the now. Emergency is not in 2 days' time. I'll still feel like I'm in an emergency. You need it in the instant, and it can't ever be put on hold. So I don't think that the section of the bill that you refer to actually covers emergency out-of-hours barring orders, and that's the crucial part of this, is the out-of-hours piece.
Senator Norris.